What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome, and if you're an old hat, welcome back. This is not episode 4. I've actually made a little bit of decision in the time off that I had to change the way I'm doing the vlogs, primarily for my own health reasons. So this is literally just a gold prospecting vlog. We're just out here to find some gold, film it, and enjoy the day. Today I've got you on a spot that I found some really good gold. I found about 1.25 grams in about 2 hours just running the little Dream Mat Sluice. Had an absolute blast. Come back to finish that spot off, and I wanted to take you along with me. We might not get the same amount of gold I got the first time, but hey, it's always worth a shot, and it's not finished, so you never know. There could be a little nugget waiting in that hole for me. Before I get to that though, I have got one very important thing to do. I've started an Instagram account called Vo-Go Photo. Now, Vo-Go Photo is all about photography and me learning to actually take better photos. I am still learning. I'm very bad at taking photos, but this is what it's all about. I'm out there trying. I'm trying new techniques and things. Some of them have been absolutely disastrous, and some of them have been quite good. So we've got to do that first, and then we're going to jump straight into sluicing. I've also got something as a little bit of a surprise for you, because I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see what you guys think of a new product that's just hit the gold prospecting market. And I'm going to be sitting on that rock, and this is actually going to be the YouTube cover tile as well. So hopefully it's a good one. Casual, everyone. First crack. See how it looks, see how it looks. Terrible, absolutely terrible. We'll figure this out. After many, many photos, I think we got a good one. Check it out. It's not too bad, but you've already seen this on the YouTube tile. So without further ado, let's get to sluicing. Most of that was loose gravel, and we've got a lot of ultra-fine micro gold sitting in the mat. We've got a couple of pieces sitting down there as well, and a reasonable amount of ironstone. If you've been a long time follower of my channel, you'll know that all the gold comes up when you yabby pump, and that's what we're about to do. We might get one more bucket worth of overburdeny loose stuff before we do that, but that's where the gold's going to be. Now, a little pro tip, if you are using any kind of sluice and you want to know if the water pressure is doing its thing correctly and that your sluice is relatively level, there's one indication that you can look at without any tools that will get you sluicing correctly. This V, see this V coming in here? This denotes high and low pressure systems. If this V lines up in the middle of your sluice, so we've got the X just there, and it comes right in the middle, but it's not off to one side, then it means your sluice is probably level or very close to, and it's going to be catching a lot of the gold over the whole mat. That V will continue to crisscross all the way down the mat. You want it even, you don't want it all off onto one side. That would indicate that your sluice is tilted and you're going to be blowing gold out because it's only using half the mat. Because episode 3 was about the different types of sluice, I thought about add just a little bit more information in on that. Sluicing essentially just increases your ability to process dirt. It basically makes, think of a sluice like an automatic pan. Now, the question is, how many of these pans can I run out of one of those 10-litre buckets? So this is a full-size Minelab pan. It's the biggest pan that Minelab actually make. And knowing how many of these pans fit into a bucket is important. So if there's like 3 pans to a bucket and I can tip a bucket down the sluice in say 2 minutes, that means I'm doing 3 pans every 2 minutes, and you can compare that to your panning rate and work out how much more efficiency you got. So let's work out how many of these pans fit into a 10-litre bucket. To do this, we use water. That's 1 level pan worth of water and or dirt. That's 1, 2, 3. Roughly 2.5 to 3 pans per one of these buckets, and I can sluice one of these buckets in about a minute. I'm hoping that is not a piece of bedrock that is attached to the bedrock. I want to try and flip it out of the way because there's a lot of dirt. It looks like it's accumulated in and around it, so wish me luck. Caught him! Oh no, bro! So I've had a slight equipment malfunction. There's one baffle. What else have we got in here? Anything? Oh, it's all up the other end. Let me get a pokey stick. Yeah. Okay. So I'm missing one metal washer and the screw. We need some more bits. They're down there. No. Aha! Back together. No small disaster is going to befall this mining operation today. There was a couple of questions regarding the Dream Mat matting and how it works, and some people saying that it got bogged up on them and then they lost gold and so on and so forth. There's usually a pretty simple reason for that, and that is that the water that you got flowing over the top of it isn't enough. So you might have the right angle and it looks all good and whatnot, but these mats require a fair amount of water to work. They work off a fluid dynamic principle that basically causes exchange. It means that what will happen is the heavy thing gets sucked into the cell and it will force its way into the cell in exchange for something that's lighter than itself, and it will kick it back out. If you're not seeing agitation in the material, that means that your flow isn't enough and that exchange isn't happening. So if you are finding that with the Dream Mats, run more water over them and see what happens.
Perfect.
There's a ton of rocks in the corner just here. There's a few rocks in the corner there, and then there's actually a split on this shelf of bedrock. There's a bit of bedrock just here, goes down, and there's a crack underneath it. So I want to see if I can pop that up. Put you under and you can have a look. Just wanted to introduce you to a couple, a very important couple in my life. Mr. Break and this is free. And we're going to get that rock to move so I can get into the crevice underneath. They're basically evictionists. Ah! I've got 2 shotgun pellets shacking up over here, just there, and we've got bits of steel from the back of the geologist pick floating around in there. We've got bits of lead and micro gold all through the lettering up here, and gold all over the map. I don't think it's going to be a massive clean out, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be really good. We've run about 4 buckets, which is 12 pounds worth of dirt, which is not that much really. I might look for another spot before I clean it out, because this sluice has got plenty of space left in it. I ran 1 full bucket through the sluice from that secondary spot, which is just there, and I didn't see overly much in the way of results in my test mat. So the V-ripple matting at the top I use as an indicator. It tells me how much gold's going down the sluice at any one time, and there wasn't overly much. There was some, like what we got in the test pen, but not enough for me to keep going. So what we're going to do is clean that sluice out, and when we clean that sluice out, I've got something special to show you. You know how I said at the start, I've got a new product that's going to be really cool. We're about to use it. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got a pocket sluice. The actual second I saw Dustin's post from Gold Route go up about the pocket sluices, I ordered 2, one for me and one for Michael. And I'm not disappointed. I've only had a very, very quick opportunity to use it a couple of days ago. I ran 3 pans through it, caught really good gold. But I'm going to use it as a tiny little cleanup sluice. I'm going to do everything back into a pan so we can see if we do lose any gold from it. But this should be a little bit of fun. So I ran about a total of 5 buckets, maybe 5 buckets all in, which is what, 3 times 5, 25 pans worth of dirt. So we've got the concentrates of 25 pans worth of dirt in the pocket sluice. I can see bits of gold sitting in there, shotgun pellets and lead and all sorts of stuff. This is what came out the other end. I did actually drop a little bit of dirt as I came across into my pan. What we're going to do is tip this into the bucket, and then we'll pan what's in here and see what it dropped, and we'll see what we got caught in that little sluice. Right, let's do that. How do I pick it up without losing everything? It's always the fun part. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice little chunk down in there. Alright. And look. Stay. Pan. Rah. Well, it lost perhaps 10 bits of gold. Most of them are ultra fine stuff, and that's not bad. And like I said, I did drop a couple of scoops of concentrate in the pan as I walked it across to the sluice. I did that. I took the shovels across the top of the sluice just for that reason, just in case it did drop any. I really want to see what's in the bucket though. I think that's pretty damn good. 50 litres worth of dirt concentrates to only lose a dozen micros. Pretty good. All right, bucket time. Well, that's not too bad. Like I said, I was cleaning up. I got one little picker in there as well. I'm holding a camera and panning at the same time, so not going to work terribly well. There's probably a 0.2 there. Not much, less than a half gram or quarter gram that I was hoping for. But at the end of the day, I was just cleaning out a spot. I was just finishing it off. There are plenty of other spots to check around here. I'm almost out of battery and time. I'm going to do a little bit of crevicing and then I'm probably going to head home. So I think that's a good place to leave it today. I wanted to thank you all so much for watching. This is just a vlog episode and I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I am going to get to part 4 of season 2, where I'm going to explain how to use the 3 different kinds of river sluice. It's going to be a very educational video, but this was all about having some fun. We found some gold. I found out that you can use a little pocket sluice to clean up, probably not as many concentrates as what I put through. Check out Gold Rat. I've left a link in the description below. They're only 25 bucks for those little sluices and will make awesome stocking fillers for your kids or for yourself, like I did. I'm going to try and get that photo up on Vo-Gus Photo. Check that out as well if you haven't already, if you do want to see me stumble my way through learning to become a better photographer. I'm about to do a little bit of crevicing and then I'm going to head home for the day. I'll show you all the gold at the end of the video that I do find for today. I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace, and I'm out.